Hey, what's going on, everybody? And Davis here. Um, Sorry about having not to be able to do my chat reviews lately, and I apologize for that. Um, but good news is, since I got such good feedback from my Digimon discussion slash review of Digimon Season 6. I'm thinking about continuing it from Season 6 all the way back to Season 1. The second series I'm going to review is Digimon Savers, aka Digimon Data Squad. Now, Digimon Data Squad is like very different from all the other Digimon series. For one, their main protagonist is not a gogglehead. Nope. His name is actually Marcus Damon, aka Mirasu Daimon from Saver. Well, in Savers, his name is Japanese, but in English he's called Marcus. But it was really confusing that he's actually Japanese in both the English and Japanese version. So it kind of like confused people. It's like, okay, he has an English name, but he's lives in Japan, you know. But whatever. Basically, Marcus Damon is a street fighter, and he's basically toughest kid in town, and he fights anybody who sees as a challenge, and wants to become the ultimate street fighter. That's his goal. That's what he wants to do for and fight strong people. That's his thing. He has a father named Spencer Damon who went missing years ago. Um, in the digital world, and Marcus actually encounters a Digimon, which we all know is Agumon. But this Agumon is different from the original Agumon from Digimon Season 1. See, this one has actually red training. I'm not called gloves, but I'm gonna say that they're like training gis. I think ones that fighters wear when they're about to punch something. And the head is like longer, the nostrils are bigger, and it's voiced by a different character, He's voiced by a different person. So this is a new Agumon altogether. Same, it's an Agumon, yes, but it's a different version of Agumon. It has something to do with what our Digimon was saying about how Digimon, if they're giving items, if they're given items or they find items, then I guess maybe that changes their data and make them into something else. I suppose I think that's what he said. I'm not sure, but it was on lines of something like that. Okay, and in this universe, there is a group of tamers called the Digimon Data Squad, aka DATS. Now DATS stands for Digital Accident Tactics Squad, and basically what their job is, there's a wild Digimon loose, they find it, defeat it, turn it back to a Digi-Egg, and send it back to the digital world using their Digiport. And in that group lies there is a girl named Yoshino. Now Yoshino is the senior member of DATS, and she's also older than Marcus because Marcus is only 14, while Yoshi, I think she's 16 in the English. I think she's like 18 in the Japanese version. I don't know. They might have changed it in the English version. I'm not sure, but she's like 8. She's like a couple years older than Marcus. That's all I know. That's the second character. And her Digimon is named Lalamon, which is like a flying little flower bud Digimon. And then there's also Thomas H. Norstein. He is the child prodigy. He's smart. He's sophisticated, well mannered, just an all around genius. And him and Marcus butt heads a lot of times. And his Digimon is named Galmon, which is like this wolf Digimon with like boxing gloves and like a headband. He basically looks like a fighter too. And these three are all tamers in a data squad, and they basically fight together, solve mysteries, and try to save both worlds. On lines, they meet this kid named Keenan Cryer, which is actually a kid that got actually when he was a baby, he was accidentally sent to digital world by his parents by mistake. Because they were trying to tamper with the digital digiport, and something went wrong, and the digital gate just opened and sucked Keenan in. Thus, his parents were receiving a lot of grief for losing their son, which actually years later they actually took upon themselves to actually try to go and find Keenan in the digital world, along with several other members. They were actually I think that was actually the first explorers of digital world. And a few of the members are actually a few of them explorers are actually a part of DATS. Commander Samson is actually one of them. Commander Samson is like the head boss. Think of him as Dike Kruger of Power Rangers, basically. Power Rangers SPD, if you've ever seen it. If you haven't, oh well. And he basically has a Kudamon, which is his Digimon he wears around his who basically like is on his neck all the time. You know, try to look cool and whatnot. And then there's I think it was Miki and Megumi, or Kiki and Megumi. I'm not sure what their names are. And they have like Pawn, Chessmon, White, and Black. The Pawn, Chessmon do not talk at all, so good luck with that. Good luck with having Digimon that don't talk. I mean, really. This season really more or less focuses on human emotions, and with their Digivices, they use what is called a DNA charge, or aka Digisoul. The Digisoul is basically their emotions, and the human's own energy is put into the Digivice in order for Digimon to Digivolve. Marcus is the only exception. Is that instead of the rest of them, which they can use the DNA charge frequently whenever they want to. Marcus, however, has to punch a Digimon in order to activate his DNA charge. Otherwise, he can't Digivolve Agumon or fight with him. Yep. And actually, yes, Marcus actually is the only human ever in the Digimon series to be able to fight a Digimon toe-to-toe and hand-to-hand combat, and actually, be able to beat them, or at least, give them some damage. And this Digimon series has a couple antagonists as well. More or less, I'll give it like maybe three arcs throughout this Digimon series. The first arc would be the introduction arc, and you could kind of say that Marukimon, which is I guess the adopted father of Keenan. He may be considered an antagonist, but he's not really like evil. He's just powerful, strong, and he's able to like give the Data Squad a run for their money, along with Saber Leomon and Gatsumon. And the second part, which is second arc, which is I call it the Karada arc. There's this man named Akihito Karada who actually is responsible for the destruction of the Digimon, and has found a way to actually kill them and delete their data completely and for good. While the second season Digimon, well, third season Digimon, the Digimon after they fought and get defeated and after they, hold on a second, sorry, my eyes are getting all watery. I'm tired. Going to work all day. But anyway, as I was saying, basically, Karada has found a way to actually kill Digimon and delete their data. In season 3, the Digimon are basically like just made up of data, and they can get killed and absorbed for good. But in this series, the Digimon turn direct into Digi-Eggs, but if they're attacked by Gizumon, which is his creation, they will completely be destroyed completely and for good. And on Karada's team is actually 3 humans. Now these 3 humans are very important because they are hybrids. They're called biohybrids. Ivan, Nanami, and Kogi. They all basically are humans with Digimon data stored, well, not stored, well, fused with DNA, Digimon DNA, and they can turn Digimon into free will. Unlike season 4, where they had spirits that were transformed Digimon, this is more or less like a technology-based evolution, where the humans are turned Digimon, but they don't have like the heart to, hearts of like a real Digimon. And I would say like the last antagonist would be King Drazel of the last and final arc. With King Drazel and his Royal Knights, basically they rule over Digiworld. And after the defeat of Karada, Karada actually encounters an explosion thanks to his space oscillation device, which actually is like a transportation device that's able to transport people from the human world to Digimon world, vice versa. And thanks to Karada actually destroying that balance, the human world and Digiworld are going to collide. And if they collide, both worlds be destroyed. So what King Dresden wants to do is basically destroy the human world so that their world can still exist. And basically, Marcus's father, Spencer, is actually being possessed by King Drazel. And yeah, I'll explain more of that later on. I'm not finished with this review. There will be a part 2. And I'll make sure to get this posted up sometime, maybe today or tomorrow, whichever. I hope everybody has a good weekend. I'll see you guys later. Bye, peace, and sayonara.